Good morning. This is Dr. Michael Datcher, and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy Show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, and 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today, guys, we're talking about nourishing your mind. How nourishing your mind is such a fundamental aspect to enhancing one's productivity. So thanks for joining us. If you're new, you can go to productivethroughjoy.com, see about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. We have a really series of great workshops and webinars and whatnots. It's all clear on the website, and you can see what we do, as we do, when we do, while we do, there on the website. So thanks for joining us. For those of you who are new, allow me to say a few words about myself. This is your host, again, your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller, Raising Fences, author of the acclaimed historical novel, Americas, author of the Pulitzer Prize-nominated Animating Black and Brown Liberation and Theory of American Literatures, board president of the great nonprofit here in LA called The World Stage. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergrad, my master's UCLA, and my PhD in English Lit from the University of California at Riverside. Guys, I'm an expert at being productive, right? I don't say that to brag or boast. I say it because people are oftentimes surprised to learn of that level of productivity, given how crazy my own personal narrative is. I am the product of a young woman, young girl at the time, who was assaulted. As a result of that assault, gave birth to me, and subsequently gave me up for adoption to a single divorcee. So at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Difficult times for the young MD, yet as cool. Moti famously said, "How you like me now?" Right? And if I can be this productive and be so through joy, we know many people can. So thanks for joining us, because that really inspires this show, because I know personally it's not where you're from, it's where you're about to go. So let's dive in. We're talking about nourishing the mind, and point one is that we encourage you to have a program where you're nourishing your mind. Whether you set aside 15, 20 minutes a day to read some type of uplifting, spiritual, metaphysical literature, but also time to meditate, or other types of edifying activities. It really depends. It doesn't even matter that much what you're doing, as long as it's about edification. If you know this show, we know we talk a lot about meditation and yoga and other types of enhancing modalities. That's just my own life, my own rituals. So I just share those. But there's many ways to do this type of work. So we encourage you to think about what you can do to undergird the mind. Point two is that you want to then live out the principles that you're learning about when you undergird the mind. You want to place this work into practice in the real world, and which leads right to point three, as you make that connection between theory and practice, and then the work of, interior practice and the work of external practice. When you align those two practices, watch how your productivity will enhance. Boom, goes to dynamite. That's all we have for today's show. I guess we'll see you this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.